Kenya needed a win quickly. Gave a lot of chances, and Nigeria put down at least 5 drop catches. Want to make up for that performance.
Good start. Very good start. It's a good line in length, challenging the outside edge of Solomon Ranshowe's bat.
I think this is a good length to Takashinga. About the fullest length you can possibly go forward to. The shortest length, sorry, you can go forward to. And as a result, the captain has moved himself into first slip. Likes the first delivery from Hoisimang.
Opening the face of the blade. Run down to third man. First runs off the bat for Nigeria. Ranshowe gets underway. So does Nigeria.
Solomon Chilemanya for the first time.
It's the first time they're actually seeing him in this tournament. Chilemanya is a decent top order batter. He's been kept out of the side, courtesy of Salim Salau, who misses out today.
He's found a good area here. That's Hoisimang. And just a little bit of assistance. There's been practice. Most of the matches played here at Takashinga for sides who win the toss to bowl first. Nigeria have decided that runs on the board are more important than whatever movement, a little bit of extra moisture early on this Thursday is going to create out there.
It's up and over. We chase for Terindo Pereira and a chance for Chilemanya to get off the mark. You get a couple.
Sounded like it hit high on the bat. Didn't really find the middle, which is why it didn't go all the way to the boundary. You get good contact, find the middle here at Takashinga. The outfield's very, very generous to batters. Runs quickly across the deck, so didn't get it out the middle.
Thick outside edge. And taken. That third man. That's a very, very good catch. Didn't get it out of the middle of the bat. Didn't look comfortable at all, Chilemanya.
Yeah, it's just a movement away, just a little bit here for Hoisimang. And it is the leg spinner who takes a catch. It was a straightforward catch running in from the boundary. And Dhruv Kumar takes a straightforward catch as Nigeria lose their first. Chilemanya gone for 2 from 3. 3 for 1.
Yeah, definitely not the start that Nigeria would have wanted, especially for a man that's been given his run for the first time in this tournament. His strategy, trying to go hard earlier on. He gives Botswana a wicket. Nigeria 3-4-1. Anton, you have watched a lot of games on this particular ground in this tournament and prior. Just how much time do you give yourself just to watch what's happening in terms of the behavior of the surface, how the ball swings here, especially in the morning?
Just the way it's played, I think we typically say around about 40 is a good score in T20. It's 40 for 1. But if you're batting first at Takashinga in the morning, I think somewhere around 30 for 1 is actually a good score. You've got to give the first over 2 overs at least to the opposition, play a lot more conservative cricket, and then one of the openers has to get through the innings for you to have that set batter at the back end of the innings. At least that's the way that the local sides in domestic cricket play when they have T20 cricket here in the morning. A lot more conservative early on, and then have a batter try and get through the innings. 1 over finished, 3 for 1.
Isaac Dunlart is a new batter that just walked in. Just taking into account what you just said about just giving the first couple of overs to the side. I think this probably is something that Nigeria should look to do, because they lost a wicket first up, probably because the player that got out hasn't played here. It's been in the tent for the majority of the tournament. Then he comes up and trying to make an impression. Goes hard right from the start. Didn't time the first delivery quite well. And then the second one that he gets, thick outside edge, takes a good catch. Tarindo Pereira will be opening from the city end.
Seen a few players who want to get bat on ball early on, and then they settle and play normally. Want to feel the ball in the middle of the bat and then relax enough to play natural cricket. And often if you can get a few good deliveries in the right area where they can't get the ball to the boundary, they can give their wickets away.
Good stop in the covers by Vinu Balakrishna. Solomon Ranshawe, 106 runs to his name in the 3 games that he has played in this tournament. The solitary Nigerian player within the top 10 of run getters. Despite where his team is at a good knock with the bat.
Oh, that's a good shot, that. That is such a good shot. It has been floated up a little, and that's the long side at Takashinga Cricket Club. And it's just one bounce and into the fence.
Timed. Dragging it outside off stump. And picked it very, very well. Just one bounce. Goes for 4. It's a brilliant show of confidence in your skills. Already has a half century to his name, this young man, in this tournament.
Just a bit too full, the first 2 deliveries from Tarindo Pereira. First one, he hit straight to cover to Balakrishnan, who's in quite close there, and then he's gone over the leg side with the second one. Pereira just needs to pull his length back about 60 centimeters.
Gets a bottom edge. And just trying to make him play through the offside. He's a fielder. Jack reaches sweep on the offside. But he wants to make use of that slip that you see in your picture, the captain, Karabo Mutlanka. That's why he's just trying to see if he can get a movement away from the right-hander, targeting just around outside off stump or an off stump, shaping away from the right-hander. That's the line. That's where he wants him to be. Get him driving.
Much harder shot to drive that ball, especially when it just swings a little bit. The closer it is to you, it's easier to get the bat over the ball. And often edges, when you edge the ball and it's really full, edges will tend to go down. And that's going to carry very nicely if you find the outside edge to Motlanka at first slip.
And too wide. It's been a common Achilles heel for Tarindo Pereira when he bowls. Straying a tad little bit too wide. He hasn't really gotten into a good rhythm and bowling in this tournament.
Change the field. We saw Onshoe get a boundary off the second delivery he faced down towards long on. So field has gone back there to just give him something else to think about. And a little protection for Pereira. Straight into the stumps. Gorgeous looking shot here from Ranshoe.
Think of, other than the Zimbabwe side, this Nigerian side have played Mysuria far much better than I've seen other teams that they've played against. They're not looking to muscle him away, but just work him into the gaps for singles, because the majority of the deliveries that he bowls are very good deliveries. So you're able to take single off a good delivery, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, 3 dots from Mysuria in the service so far. And 3 singles. This is a good over for the Botswana Zebras. Nigeria on 98 for 3.
.98 for 3 after 14 overs. This is where Nigeria find themselves. Yeah, need about 50 more runs in the remaining 6 overs if they're to get to just above where their captain wants them to be. He's okay with 140. I just feel like if they can get to 150, just that figure of 150 is a huge psychological advantage. Change in bowling. Katlopit had a 16-run over. It's taken out of the attack. For the first time in this one, it'll be Bontle Kechane. Young off spinner. Made his debut in this tournament.
Has a challenge on. Off spinner bowling towards the shorter side. The way that Adewoye has been playing just feels like the kind of player who's going to target that shorter boundary.
I believe both of them can target him here. Adedeji as well. Goes big. Oh, and right on cue, like Darlington called it. That's gone right to the top of those gum trees.
Nigeria crossed 100, and this is how they did it. It's Adewoye. He's come out and played his shots and picks up his second maximum in his innings. .33 from just 13. Kechane is going to have some problems here.
Strike rate from Adewoye, 253. That's how good he's striking it. He has caught up and surpassed his other partner, who's faced 38 deliveries for his 32. But I was just looking back at this situation of Bontle Kechane bowling to Adewoye. This is where that match awareness comes into play. He's an off spinner, and you're bringing him from an end where the shorter side is leg side of the batter on strike. If it was, however, the other way, where the longer boundary would have been to the leg side, that would have been ideal to bring him on. It's just one of those finer things about this game, paying attention to the sizes of the stadia where you're playing and who you're looking to bring on. And also, he's very green in terms of experience, so he might just look to bowl his stock bowl and present scoring opportunities for Nigeria.
Didn't get the elevation I don't think he was looking for, and that's because Kekani this time is a lot fuller. One of the best ways to protect yourself against shorter boundaries, just bowl a length that batters can't get underneath. Into wide open spaces towards the backward point here on the boundary. This is good responses from Adedeji in support of Adewoye.
One delivery to go, 10 runs off the first 5 deliveries. Opening the face of the blade to hit the sweeper. Just be one. So it'll be 15 overs done. 11 off that particular over. 110 for 3. That's Nigeria.
Projected score 146. But I just think that if Adewoye in particular, who's dominated this partnership with 34 of the 48 runs that they've scored from just 14 deliveries, Adedeji's held it all together with 36 from 40. And his contribution to the partnership is 14. Mysouria begins his final over of this match between Nigeria and Namibia. And Botswana.
Bigger, straighter. This time clears the straight boundary. Adewoye tried it to Bontle in the previous over, wasn't able to get there, but this time he does.
It's the short delivery this time from Mysouria. Allows him to play the pull shot down the ground. Stays leg side of it and powers it away towards the side screen. Off the outside edge. Bit of turn. Working for Mysouria as Adewoye moves into the 40s.
He's done so briskly. Just off 16 deliveries. Dancing down the track. Adedeji, and he gets a boundary. That's a really good hit. He also joins the act. Moves also into the 40s with that boundary.
Gets to the pitch, and this is what allows him to find that gap between long on and cow corner. Bang in between them.
Well, they're taking on Mysouria here. 11 runs off the first 3 deliveries. And they take off for a quick single. Good cricket from Nigeria. Good partnership this one has been. "60-run partnership. Leg side. Slapped away. It's a good take by the young Kekane. This keeps it down to 1.
signs of an acceleration. Just the way a couple of shots that Adedeji in particular has played suggests that Nigeria are keen for a little bit more than 150. Oh, beautifully bowled. And he's got it to turn sharply as Adedeji is going across the line, trying to work a single through mid-wicket.
It's always a risky shot, playing on the back foot to a very straight delivery. Just trying to work it, but left a huge cavity between bat and pad on that occasion. And rocks into middle stump. But Adedeji's stay of 41 from 43 comes to an end. 3 boundaries to his name at a strike rate of 95.35. Nigeria will be 123 for 4.
Prosper Hosseini, left-handed batter, is the new batter in, and he's going to be at the non-striker's end, but it's Vincent Adeoye. Holds all the ambitions of Nigeria in his hands at 42 from just 17, 4 fours and 3 sixes, strike rate 247.
Good work by Dhruv Kumar Mysuriya, breaking that 61-run partnership between Adedeji and Adeoye. Coming to ball into the 17th. Change of ends for Tarindu Pereira. Went for 10 in his first 2 overs. Now coming towards the death. Now, will he be more disciplined? Bowled him right through. Well, 1 wicket brings another. And the set better departs.
Back-to-back wickets for Botswana. Adedeji from the last delivery of that Mysuriya over, and then Adeoye from the first. This is off the pads onto the stumps as he's gone across that front pad rather than playing straight, but he's been exciting. 42 from 18, 123 for 5.
Good innings from Adeoye of 42. He does well, but can't add any more. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now for Nigeria. Isaac Okpe was the new batter. Just get a feeling that Adeoye was trying to target the shorter side again that he had been finding with ease with his long levers. Played straight.
Well, that is actually out. Umpire Klaus Schumacher looking to get out the way. It's in the way of a straight drive by Isaac Okpe. And the first man to react is actually Tarindu Pereira. Refused to actually appeal for that one. Really great sportsmanship shown here by Botswana.
Yeah, because it ricocheted off the umpire after playing a very good shot, Karabo Mutlanka, he withdrew that appeal. And they do allow Hosseini and Isaac Okpe to change ends. It's a run. Because it just seemed to be a little bit too harsh in the case of Isaac Okpe. It struck it quite very well. But however, umpire Klaus Schumacher not able to get his big boot out of the way quickly enough. That's a great spirit of cricket moment. Many would have taken the wicket. Many. Count me in.
Tirundu Pereira would have taken that wicket.
Needed the skipper's final say.
Leading edge. It's going to fall into space. And they've got a... Oh, there's a little bit of a problem here. But the Prosper Hosseini is able to get back in time.
Turning blindly, Prosper Hosseini. First of all, he was fortunate enough that he got a top edge and fell in a vacant region. Runs to the non-striker's end, but quickly turns without noticing how quick Tatayana Tose was able to get there and almost gets himself run out. I don't think this time there would have been any reprieve to recall that one. I would have shown no mercy this time.
Well, two new batters for Nigeria at the crease, and as we expect, scoring's just starting to slow down a little bit. No boundaries yet in this over. Just the singles, the wicket off the first ball.
What I love about this situation is that it creates opportunities for Botswana just to pick up a couple more wickets, because the two new batters will be realizing that there are not many deliveries left in their innings and they have to get going, try to continue that notion of getting big overs, and they are required in these latter stages. So this is a good opportunity for Botswana to strike.
The captain is underneath it. He dives forward. Mutlanka couldn't hold on to it. Prosper Hosseini didn't find the middle of the bat, looking to target the longest boundary at Takashinga Sports Club.
This is what I'm talking about. And we'll look to take on the bowlers. Longer side. That's a chance going down. A difficult one, but still it's a chance that's going down.
Just hesitated a little bit running in. My first impression was that Hosseini had hit that a little bit better than he actually had. And another one goes down. Khoe Simang can't hold on to about as straightforward a catch as you get at long on.
The first one was hard. This one, Asita. Should be taken on any day. Problem, he did not have his body behind that catch. Trying to catch it side on. And he drops it. End of the 17th, 130 for 5. All right, 3 overs remaining in the Nigerian innings. How many more can they get here, Darlington? Let me see how good you are trying to predict where Nigeria can finish off. 140 is what they wanted. They were comfortable with that. Where do you put one? How many can they get?
153 for 7.
Kehane in his second. Played straight. They're pushing. I just get 1.
I just need 7 and over to get there. So that wouldn't be very happy. I don't think Nigeria would with 7 and over from here. And ideally want to get at least one of these overs go for big double figures. 17, 18, 19. And then a boundary and over from the other two. That's into space. They should be able to come back for the second. As Khoe Simang had a long way to go to his left to pick that one up. So this is a good start to the over. There's 3 from 2. And Husseini has the short ball, short boundary to the leg side. Khani's got a better plan here. Come around the wicket, keeping the ball a long way outside the off stump to the left-handed Husseini.
Tries to cut it, but it's in the gap. There'll be a chase for it. They come back for 2. Oh, they are able to come back for 3.
Determined and desperate work from the Botswana captain. Keeps it down to 3. Saves a run. But Nigeria is still in a good position here. 3 and single and a 2. 6 runs from the first 4. They can get this, turn this into a double-digit over still. Such good control shown by young Kechani in this over. And this time, I think Husseini's got all of it. He's got a hold of it, and it just clears long on. And it makes it a good over for Nigeria. 11 runs from it. 18 gone, 143 for 5.
That's a good over. And what a way to finish it. Young Kechane taken to the cleaners on this occasion. Needed cleanly, Prosper Zeni. Got enough bat under it and clears the boundary by a fair distance. That's a good hit. 143 for 5. Just 12 deliveries remaining in this Nigerian innings. Still, I come back to you, Darlington. Do you want to change your prediction of 153? 12 remaining.
12 balls. Nah, I'm going to hold that prediction. I think one is going to go to hand and be held. Around 153, maybe 155. Small change.
Terindu Pereira to Isaac Okpe. The shorter side of the boundary is to his leg side. Goes straight. That's a good hit. Clears the boundary by a huge distance. Maximum at the start of the over.
This is such good pressure from Isaac Okpe. It's in the slot, so he has to play the big shot at this one. Terindu Pereira gives him length off his first delivery. And again, Nigeria set themselves up for a big double-digit over.
Still time for you to change your prediction. 149 for 5. Quick single taken. Pushing for 2. Running hard. They do get there. That'll be a couple. And it'll bring up Nigeria's 150.
Little careless from Isaac Okpe when he was turning at the non-striker's end. So that is a short run. 150. It comes up nonetheless.
So they're just 3 runs away from reaching your prediction. Plenty of deliveries left.
There's the opening I was expecting. And it is held. That's a very good catch from Tatione Tose. As Isaac Okpe is gone for 11.
Slower delivery. And with that, not able to judge it. Just skies it up high. Plenty of time for Tatiana Tose. And even the Shika Down celebration is included there. Isaac Okpe departs for 11 from 7. Nigeria lose their 6th wicket. That'll be 152 for 6.
What's interesting there is that we've been shown what works on this wicket by Tarindu Pereira, that final delivery. It was pace off. Pace off made it that Okpe didn't have the power through that shot, as Ridwan Karim is in at number 8.
150 for 6. That's where Nigeria, after the fall of Isaac Okpe. Raider 1. He has 3 deliveries to face in this over. What can he do? Works it leg side, pushing for 2. Slow takeoff by Katlapit, but able to get there. Just keeps it down to 1. So he did get one thing right, the prediction of a one that will stick. The wicket has fallen. Could you be a fortune teller that they're able just to only get 2 more runs, and the innings comes to a close with about an over and 2 deliveries to go?
Long boundary on the leg side, and just 1 run from that Tirindu Pereira delivery.
Last delivery of the over for Tarindu Pereira. Played straight. It's a good hit. They're pushing for 2. Tatana Tose saves the 2. Tarindu Pereira completes his allotted 4. And there's 2 for 27.
Yeah, he's bowled well today as Tarindu Pereira. Just a little over 6 runs per over. And 2 of those overs were in the power play. And 1 of those was at the death. So he's done very, very well for Botswana this morning. It looks like it's going to be a change of ends for Alfred Khoisemang. Well, the majority of his deliveries from the Machipisa end of the ground. And for the first time at the city end. Short boundary towards the left of your screens in Prosper Useni's arc, swinging to the leg side. And that is in the air. It's going to be a good catch if he can hold on to this one. He's not able to. He's Kehane.
Comedy of errors. Have a look at this.
Off the toe end of Useni's bat, Kehane ran a long distance to get just underneath it. And then the throw from the boundary allows them to come back for 3.
157. They have gotten way more than what they thought they would get, or they were comfortable getting. That's Nigeria. Just need to keep pushing on, pile on. Catches it on the full. Works it to the longer part of the ground. And it's just be 1. However, the bigger or most important thing is that Prosper Useni will be on strike. 19 from 9. He has been running hard trying to catch his breath. He's going to have to come back and bowl again. It's going to be a long day in the office for Prosper Hosseini.
Yeah, Khosimang has done well. There's yet no boundaries in this over. Been very, very full.
Pace off.
Well, that's good running from Ridwan Karim. Knew he was running to the danger end. He knows he wants the big man, Prosper Hosseini, to face the majority of the balls in this over. But again, Khosimang has got it right. He's keeping the ball outside of the range that allows him to go over the leg side. Very, very wide and very, very full.
Catches it again on the full toe end, but enough power behind that? No. Tarindo Pereira catches a very, very good one just on the boundary line. Didn't get it cleanly, Hosseini.
But has he done enough damage? Again, it's the width outside the line of the off stump, makes it clearing. Long on, a little bit harder. And he holds out to a good catch from Tarindo Pereira. Very good awareness of where he is in relation to that rope. Prosper Hosseini, explosive, 190 strike rate, 21 from 11, 160 for 7.
At 160 for 7, Peter Au will be the new batter that strolls out to the middle.
And Nigeria would ideally like at least one boundary from these final two deliveries. 165 would be a good target to set for Botswana this morning.
Goes big. That's a mighty hit from Peter Au. And he clears the boundary by a mile and a half.
It's a slow one from Khosimang, and what it is it's a length. And that's what allows Peter Au to get underneath this one and clears the longest boundary at Takashinga Sports Club easily. $170 plus on the cards here if Khosimang does not get his final delivery in the right place.
Yeah, he stole the words out of my mouth. Here we go, last ball. Peter Au, can you repeat? Bowl him! Alfred Khosimang will get the last laugh. But it's a good delivery that undoes Peter Au.
It's gotten it straight and it's a pace on. But whether Nigeria get the last laugh or it's Botswana who gets the last laugh, we're going to need to wait a little while to know.
Skarabo Modise. Peter Au will be opening proceedings for Nigeria here. Taking the gloves for Solomon Ranchaway because he's not on the field to play. It'll be Solomon Chilemanya who will have the gloves.
Boundary field is at fine leg and at deep backward square leg. And into the pads of Modise. It's been the method most sides have used against him. Very strong when you give him any space outside the line of off stump.
Target of 167. Way better one what they got versus Kenya. Around 147. That's where they put up 148 was his target.
Gone through on the second bounce to Chilemania. Allows Modise to scamper through for the single.
It's a bye. Botswana, they open their runs account in the chase, but yet to score off the bat. Nigeria would want a better performance than their last game versus Kenya. As anybody would have thought that anything above 140 would have been good enough, but however, Kenya made a fight back of it.
Drop catches was Botswana's biggest problem. We saw signs of that again today in this Nigerian innings of 166. Nigeria too had problems holding on to catches in the field.
Yeah, and also extras. Plenty of extras in that game versus Kenya. Already, we have a few here.
Good so far from Peter Au. Understanding of the right lines to bowl at Modise. Sometimes just slightly falls over the ball that is into the line of the leg stump. So even when he does make contact with it, he's got no power through the ball.
Inside edge. And we'll go to man at deep backward square, where there's a protection on the boundary. Klaus Schumacher just warning Peter Au about running onto the danger area.
Yeah, it's a skill bowling around the wicket for any bowler, because you're used to carrying on, if you're right-handed, towards the left of your screen. That's generally where you end up, away off the wicket. Then when you're bowling around the wicket, you've got to carry on straight after releasing the ball. Some swing, some movement for him. Second time we've seen Balakrishnan play and miss outside the line of the off stump.
Just get a feeling that Vinu Balakrishnan gets stuck in that guard that he takes. And then when he's given that width, because he doesn't move towards the ball aimfully enough, he misses out on a scoring opportunity. Or just catches it with the toe end of the bat. Top edge. Who wants that? Falls just on the other side. It's behind 12th man, Joshua Asia.
One over gone. And 6 runs for nothing as Botswana are 6 without loss.
Sylvester Okpe will bowl the second over. Pace one end, spin opening from the other. Did this versus Kenya. I'll be hoping to turn it away from the left-hander Karabo Modise.
Karabo Modise has the short boundary to the left of your screens. So Sylvester Okpe has some challenges that he's got to navigate correctly to make sure that Botswana don't get off to too quick a start.
In and around. That's Sylvester Okpe. He'll breeze through his overs quickly.
And he's gone. He's picked up the wicket of Karabo Modise. Plays across the line, looking to target the shorter boundary. And he's gone for 1 from 5. As Botswana lose their first wicket in the second over. 6 for 1.
Playing across the line, very straight delivery, going with the arm. And Castles, Karabo Modise. They will finish this tournament without making any much impact for the Zebras. 1 of 5. 6 for 1, Botswana.
Karabo Motlhanka, another left-handed batter. Also the captain of Botswana is the new batter. In shorter runs through this ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier.
This is good start by Sylvester Okpe. He's bowling stump to stump to the left-handers. Not giving them any room to really free their arms. Oh, that one almost keeping a bit low. Exposing that off stump of Motlhanka. Very good over. The maiden wicket for Sylvester Okpe. As the second over comes to an end. 6 for 1 after 2.
Pitao is going to get a second in the power play.
I think if Botswana really had to make an effort to get to the desired total, this particular pair is one that has to carry the bulk of the work that's needed. Vinu, because he has had a good start with the bat, played very well. Karabo as well as the captain. He's a batter has to make a mark in this tournament. Straight. That's it very well. Not a run away for 4. It's a magnificent hit straight past the bowler.
First boundary in his innings for Vinu Balakrishnan. And it's the fuller length allows him to hit through the ball. And all the way down to the side screens.
He is a good strike of the ball, Vinu Balakrishnan. And he can play the orthodox cricket shots very, very well. trying to pierce through the offside, not from the middle of the bat. Prosper Seni will do the fielding. Lanka only able to contribute 14 runs in total in this tournament for Botswana. There's a lot that he has to do. Strike rate of just 50. So this is an opportunity for him to finish the tournament well, get back into a good hitting zone.
Occupies a very important role. Batted 3 for Botswana throughout. Very difficult to set up wins if your number 3 is making 14 runs in 3 innings.
Yeah, because when you play a number 3, pretty much just as good as an opener, of which he is. With the introduction of Modise up the order, he just dropped one place down. But this is what's been happening. Modise doesn't make an impact, and already you're called into play. So you have to make an impact. You have to make it count.
It's get off the mark. Great way to get off the mark as he goes over backward point for a boundary.
That's gone through the offside. He was offered plenty of width on this occasion from Pitao. Still opening the face of the blade, knowing that there's a vacant region, and goes in that direction comfortably to pick up 4. Good way to get off the mark, good way to settle your nerves. And a good over, this one in particular. Already 9 runs off it with a delivery to go.
Oh, that's the untidy from the Nigerians, allowing Montlanka to keep the strike with a single off the final delivery. 3 overs gone, and Botswana are 16 for 1. Sylvester Okpe, just the one wicket in his first over. Most important was that it was a maiden. So the first run scored off his bowling this morning.
Yeah, first run, not even that. Was not a comfortable shot from Karabo Mutlanka. Just a touch wider from mid-on. If it had been just a little bit straighter, could have been talking a different story here. Venu Balakrishna will be facing Sylvester Okpe for the first time in this particular innings.
Isaac Danladi is in at slip.
Very tidy bowler. That's Sylvester Okpe. Very disciplined. He gets into his strides and rhythm very early. Heavily packed offside. As Darlington loves to describe it, 4 straight fielders in that offside.
But there's a way through for Balakrishnan. Finds a way through that crowd of green and gold shirts.
Yeah. Gave himself just a touch bedroom leg side. He had wanted to come onto the front foot, but just then held back a bit and allowed him to pick a gap and picked it beautifully through the offside. Gets a boundary also for Stockpin. Not an easy thing to do.
Good, much better from Okpe. Turning into the line of the off stump. And Balakrishnan finds a way through again. Doesn't get the same result. No boundary this time as Useni catches up with that one. But a good over nonetheless for Botswana. 8 runs from it. After 4, they are 24 for 1.
Prosper Useni is the new bowler. The big left arm seamer. Still maintains a slip in Isaac Dunladi there. Third man and deep backward square, the 2 men on the boundary. Crunched. Smacked away through the offside. Really got that one from the middle of the bat was Venu Balakrishna.
This is good from Balakrishnan. And gets the boundary early. We're into the final over from this end anyway of the power play.
He has looking to be very aggressive. 18 from 13 the deliveries that he's faced so far. He's trying to take the attack to Nigeria, because with every dot ball that you get, that required run rate just goes a notch up higher. So he wants to keep it within touching distance. The boundary first up really helps him in that effort. Quick single. That's good. Get off strike. Give Nigeria a different batter, because the left-hander that will be facing. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to get runs off Nigeria. And also just disturb the rhythm of the bowler, bowling to a left-hander.
Third man is one of the fielders outside of the 30, and the other is at backward square leg. Over pitches, but struck straight to Dunladi, who's left the slip cordon.
.138 needed from 92. That's what they're working with, Botswana. That's a good ball. Very, very good ball. It's back of a length. Decent height. And they're troubling a batter who's struggling with form. This is good.
What that 138 from 91 translates to is 9 runs and over. Very similar positions to where Nigeria were batting first. They didn't get away quickly in the power play. But what they were able to do is take full advantage of the last 2 overs. 30 runs came from the final 2 overs in the power play for Nigeria. There is protection on the boundary, but he's gotten it behind square. This is a good shot from Karabo Motlanka for his second boundary.
Now, what a way to close the over. Surprised by the first short delivery. This one, too short. Already on the back foot, plays it well. It was one way it was going, and then it was to the fence. But however, what's good for Mutlanka is that's been called a no ball, overstepping on that occasion. Prosper Husseini. Free hit coming up.
So that's 10 from this Husseini over. And there's still 1 ball left. He's got to make sure he gets it over the ropes.
Misses out. Good comeback from Husseini. He will breathe a sign of relief. 5 done, 34 for 1. Captain Sylvester replaces himself with his brother, Isaac Okpe, into the attack. Medium pacer. Quick single taken. That's good running. Good call from Karabo Motlanka. Set off very early and quickly. Isaac, he changes or varies his length and pace. It's the variation that he brings. For many bowlers, the slow ball is just that one delivery that they have that change up things. But as for Isaac Okpe, he bowls a majority of slow deliveries, and the quicker delivery is his surprise delivery. For a match.
It doesn't carry through to the keeper as a result. Just no pace in that delivery.
Run rate just 6.5, required 9 on the dot. Botswana need to be mindful of that to stay in contention of winning this game.
You don't want to let that get into double figures at this stage of the game. And it's really useful to find a couple of boundaries from this Okpe over.
Swing and a miss from Mutlanka. Mia rightly said, because this is the last over of the power play. So you want to maximize as much on the fielding restrictions that come with the power play. Already you have 3 opportunities that have gone by. 2 of them really haven't been able to score off them. Just the 1 run of the first 3. You need to make the last 3 of the over count. There's protection in the deep. Just be 1. This is good from Isaac Okpe. Tight rein on things, bowling to his field set.
Balakrishnan up to the challenge. He's 20 from 15. There's 2 deliveries left in this over. Can he make it a good one? 2 boundaries make it 10. Runs down the track but doesn't get power through the shot.
Yeah, the grunt was of disappointment from Balakrishnan. Doesn't get the desired contact. But this is the desired outcome for Isaac Okpe. 3 dot balls, only given away 2 singles. Can he close it off? That's good. Very, very good. Close it off with a dot ball. 6 done. Botswana are 36 for 1 after the first 6 overs.
So that means Botswana in the power play, exactly 6 runs and over. Karabo Modise was the first wicket to fall, swinging across the line. Balakrishnan driven down the ground beautifully here, and then his captain has gone over backward point beautifully here a little later on. And then a very strong square of the wicket through the offside whenever he's had the opportunity. And then the emphatic pull shot from Karabo Motlanka. And square of the wicket. Don't bowl to Balakrishnan in a place where he can play there. So exactly 6 runs and over scored off the power play for the loss of 1 wicket at 36 for 1.
Sylvester Okpe comes back for his 3rd over. Field will be spread. An opportunity to run 2, but this one is kept to 1. Abdul Rahman Jimo comes in for Suleiman Rancho, who is off the field. Goes for a big one, targeting the shorter side. But what a catch by Danladi. That's a brilliant take. Venu Balakrishna playing across the line.
And one of the better fielders in this Nigeria lineup is Isaac Danladi, and he's done quite well to get his hands on this one and hold on to it. Moving well to his right. Venu Balakrishnan, 20 from 18. Caught Danladi. He becomes Okpe's 2nd. 37 for 2.
New batter will be Monarchs Castleman. Moxin on his side is 37 for 2. It's courtesy to some brilliant pieces of field placement and bowling from Sylvester Okpe, the captain of Nigeria. But I've ever the feel that the pressure was created by his brother in the previous over. There was no boundaries in that particular over. Hence, Venu Balakrishnan felt that he had to get a boundary early on in Sylvester Okpe's over. Trying to drag one outside of off stump. Didn't get it cleanly.
Castleman had a good outing against Zimbabwe. Got into the 30s. And then just when he looked like he was about to really expand his stroke play, got out. And then Zimbabwe secured victory quite easily. but definitely has something.
Yeah, 56 runs to Castleman in this tournament. Oh, looking to target that shorter boundary, trying to hit it with the turn.
Some sharp turn for Sylvester Okpe there as well. Just moving fielders into the ideal positions.
Just the single. It's a good over from Sylvester Okpe. 4 singles in that over, but importantly a wicket of Vinu Balakrishnan to close off the 7th over. It's a 40 for 2.
Yeah, the Botswana batter is still staying around 6 runs and over after the 7th there. 40 for 2 has been the lack of boundaries in this innings so far that is making batting very difficult for Botswana. "13 from 17 from the captain. His highest score so far, had 16 runs in his last 3 innings before this match. Ridwan Karim.
Worked away leg side. And a boundary scored off his first delivery. Karim Ridwan, not the start that he wants here.
Yeah, it's pitched outside leg stump, allowing Castleman to sweep fine. And he gets the first boundary in his innings. And importantly for Botswana, an early boundary in this over.
Much better. Much better. Kept a little bit low on Castleman. And that's the area that Ridwan would want to be operating on. Especially with the leg spin. And then here's that magnificent googly. And he bowls. Good shape by Castleman. Because the way in which he played that delivery, he wasn't too sure whether it was going to be a googly or the orthodox leg spin. But he kept his bat very close to his pad. Doesn't create a gap in between. And work down the ground for a single. Emmanuel Udekwe is on the field of play for Prosper Useni. Udekwe is the 12th man. Falls short of Pitao and has to give chase here. Several grabs. And they scamper through for a couple.
Makes that 8 of this over. 4 and it was the top edge of the sweep. And Peter Au just makes a mess of fielding this one. And that's the googly. It's gone through the keeper.
Peter Au needed 3 grabs at that one, and they ran 3 on that occasion. This time, does much better. Just the one by. End of the over, 8 runs of it. After 8 overs, Botswana are 49 for 2.
Very similar to the way that Nigeria proceeded. Nigeria got to the 50 in the 8th over. And then there was explosiveness in the last 10 overs.
Goes leg side. Maximum crashing into those tall trees. That's a good shot from Castleman.
That's the length outside the line of the off stump. Allows the slug sweep. So Castleman gets his first maximum. And that also takes Botswana across the 50 at 55 for 2.
Yeah, this is good. This is good play from Castleman already. 13 from 9 that he has faced. Remember, he spoke about that required run rate. You don't want it in double figures. He's trying to counter that. Bring it down. That's the attempt that he wants here. Oh, that's a good ball. Quicker. Not the ideal shot from Castleman. Trying to open the face of the blade to run it down to that sure third man region or just behind him. Goes aerial through the offside. Hit the sweeper just for 1.
Maslanka's key. He's got to find his batting rhythm. Can't keep hitting these infielders. That's why he is 16 from 19. Going at less than a run a ball. Keeps hitting the infielders.
Yeah, it's been a tough one for him. But a very quick over from Sylvester Okpe. 7 from it. And he completes his 4 overs. He'll finish with figures of 2 for 19 in the 4. 9 overs done. Botswana will be 56 for 2. Yeah, good point that you make about Mutlanka. Just needs to find the singles. And I believe with Castleman, who has come through and is a little bit more explosive, it will allow him just a little bit more time to give himself.
5 bowlers have been used. The best is the captain, Sylvester Okpe. 2 wickets. Both wickets that have fallen to him. And 4.79. 7.5. The economy, very, very good. Isaac Okpe, 2 from his 1 over. And it's Ridwan Karim, 8 from his first over, who's going to continue.
Required run rate now over 10. It's now into the double figures.
What that always means is you need a boundary every over from here if you're going to stay up with 10 runs and over.
Oh, he gets a full toss, but not. I'll just get a 1. I feel like Karim Ridwan survives on that occasion. And tries the reverse sweep. Doesn't get the desired contact. Dot ball. Every dot ball will push the required run rate up. It'll only get tougher and tougher going here.
And he's given it. I know, Chubby, the umpire, as soon as the appeal was given, he's upheld it. And it is Kassaman who's gone, who's been a little explosive. Slightly more than his captain at 15 from 15. And Botswana find themselves 58 for 3.
He chased it. It was wide. Felt that he could punish it. Good take by Solomon Chilemanya. That's behind the stumps there. And Kassaman immediately knew that he was out. Turned quickly and walked away. Botswana 58 for 3.
Tarindu Pereira. 2 balls left in this Ridwan Karim over. And Nigeria are in a very strong position. 167 is the target. Botswana need to win. They're already 3 down.
Yep. Last wicket for me, personally, I think that's a gift to Ridwan Karim. He really hasn't bowled really that threatening, but just more of Kassaman in that desire to amp up the scoring rate, chased a very wide-ish delivery. And then it kept a little bit low on him. That's on, worked away again, a full toss. And pushing for 2.
Ridwan Karim has bowled a couple of full tosses in this over already. Sri Lanka got one of the first one. And then Pereira's got 2. He's new to the crease, so you can understand that. But no boundaries again so far in this over, where there might have been 2.
Goes big. And goes all the way for 6. Tarindu Pereira catches this wide delivery from Karim Ridwan to end the 10th over and goes for a maximum.
He's gotten in such a good position. Just gotten low, got that foot as close to the ball as he can, and then just throws the hands through the striking zone. Keeps the head very, very still. Tie equal with Botswana's best over of 10 runs after that's 66 for 3.
Isaac Okpe back in the attack after 10 overs, 66 for 3. As Okpe changes ends, ball 1 over and was taken out of the attack, but it was a good over. There was only 2 runs scored off it. Works the leg side. Just be the one. Hussaini back on the field.
You can see he was struggling a little bit when he was running during his innings of 21 from 11. Running between the wickets just looked a little sluggish. The ball just won over.
I think it's the heat. You saw Solomon Rushaway going off the field of play. And also Hussaini was struggling when he was running. I think it's just the hotness of this Southern African heat.
I think it's the dryness of the Southern African heat as well. You've got to make sure you're taking on a lot of fluids because it's really sucking the moisture out of you.
Slower delivery. Outside edge and run away for 4. Fortuitous boundary. Terindo Pereira will take it. Quickly getting into double figures.
Yeah, this is a genuine outside edge. So last two deliveries he's faced, he's hit one for 6. And then this one he hits for 4. So his strike rate is 12 from 3. That's a strike rate of 400.
Similar position to where Nigeria were in their batting innings. They were on 68 for 3. Botswana on 71 for 3.
And this is the time where Adewoye came in and started playing shots. Scored a really quick 41.
And trying to ride the bounce. Gets one. Yeah, they've been matching each other here. So far, so well for Botswana. Can they be able to get somebody who's in the making of Vincent Adewoye, who play that kind of an innings, where he's able to score quickly and get them close to that total?
Strike rate in his innings was 197. And then Prosper Seni, 197 for him as well. Adedeji, just under 100, just under a runner ball, held everything together. Whereas Adewoye was making his merry way to a quick 41.
So from this one, Terindo Pereira has to play the Adewoye type of innings. Already got 13 from 4. Meanwhile, Montlanka will be the Adedeji. So 19 of 23s and a very slow start. Pulls it away. Neatly done. That's a maximum.
The second maximum in this Terindo Pereira innings. He's decided to light things up at Takashinga this afternoon.
That's a good hit. It was too short. Picked up the length quite early. And he already catches up to his captain on 19, just off 5 deliveries. This has been a very, very good over for Botswana. 13 runs from it with the delivery to go.
Again, it's that 4 off the second delivery. Sets up a big over when you get a boundary early in the over. So Isaac Okpe under some pressure.
Dope ball to finish off the 11th. Remember, when Isaac Okpe came to bowl, he had only gone for 2 in his first over. Goes for 13 in his second. That's 11 overs done. 79 for 3.
Starting to see a trend at Takashinga. Kookaburra is being used for the men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier. They seem to really settle around the 10th or 11th over. Give the bowlers the advantage for the first 10 overs. And then it just starts to appear as if shot making becomes easier in the second half of the innings.
Yeah, but also we've seen some very low scores in this ground in particular. So how it's making it easy for shot making, but at the same time no big scores are being scored?
Answer that by saying that low scores is because people don't lose too many wickets in the first 10 overs. And then you never get into this position. But things are very even still. Yes, they need close to 10 runs and over. But Terindo Pereira looks like he's got the ability.
For the first time, Joshua Asia is introduced. Pulls away. And there's protection at deep square leg.
Cherindu Pereira is the key player. He needs to somehow find another 30, maybe even 40 runs if Botswana are to get their first win.
As I look around, he's come through with a very aggressive mindset, picking up anything that is short of the length. He's playing his shot with too full. Down the track, and he walks past one.
Beautifully bowled here by Asia. He was the off spinners to Mothlanka, and this one's gone the other way. It's the leg spinner this time. And wonderfully bowled to pick up the wicket of a dangerous looking Cherindu Pereira. 19 from just 7 deliveries. 81 for 4.
Tatayana Tose will be the new batter that comes in for Botswana at 81 for 4. They had just amped up their scoring rate from just 5 to around 7, keeping the required run rate at 10. They just lost a wicket. Just might prove a little bit more difficult because it was the dangerous looking Pereira who's gotten dismissed by Joshua Asia.
Joshua Asia bowled off spinners. The first 3 deliveries were off spinners to the Botswana captain. And then that tempted Cherindu Pereira to think that he is running down the wicket to a ball that's turning into him. Well thought out wicket.
Yeah, that was a good strategy. Very, very good ploy. Gives you 3 that are coming into you, and you walk down in the hoping that you're going to work that leg side, and gives you the orthodox leg spin turning away from you. There we go. That was the leg spin to Mothlanka.
This is going to be the mixed bag of leg spinners and off spinners. Asia picks up his first wicket. He's 1 for 4. And Botswana are 83 for 4.
.84 needed from 48. Should be 2 runs per ball required. Here going forward. Just double number of deliveries left to what's needed for you to get there. Can Botswana get there? Pereira was looking dangerous. Now everybody else needs to chip in with a decent effort, especially the captain. 21 from 26. Karim Ridwan to his 3rd.
Yeah, half stops that does Karim Ridwan. What that allows is for his captain to do the rest of the fielding.
Struck really hard. That will sting. I hope that was not his bowling arm, as it was sting even worse. Oh, he has to call some attention here. Hit very hard by Karabo Mutlanka.
Yeah, it does look like his bowling hand is the one he's holding on to. Oh, good to see. Play is going to continue, and Ridwan Karim is going to continue.
Yeah, that looked painful for him. Seems like the magic spray did the work. Down the track, not able to get the bat underneath that one. Looking to hit it over the bowler, playing it straight. It's Mutlanka. 3 dot balls, that's what he needs to worry about. Wide.
That's 4 dot balls. This is really good from Ridwan Karim. The only blot is that one wide.
Yep, they get a single. First run off the bat in this particular over. There are 4 dot balls in it. One extra. One off the bat. Tatana Tose on strike. Can he find a boundary in this over with one delivery to go? End of the over, dot ball. It's 13 done, it'll be 85 for 4.
Wheels coming off the Botswana run chase. Up until the 12th over, they were in good position. Always slightly above where Nigeria were at a similar stage. But it's been the fall of the wicket of Sarindit Pereira that's changed that. And a beautiful leg spinner from Asia makes the situation even worse for Botswana.
Now this captain has to go. Played it on the back foot, and he's cleaned up on the off stump. Just have a look at that. Turns sharply, knocks the off stump out of the ground. He had been there for a very, very long time. He'd been struggling to score runs in the latter stages of those 32 deliveries that he faced. He has to depart for 22. 2 fours to his name at a strike rate of 68.
Yeah, 68 never going to be enough in the situation that Botswana found themselves. And it's even worse now. 82 from 41 needed. Exactly 12 runs and over. 85 for 5.
Yeah, look at that required run rate. 12 runs per over required here going forward. Wasn't able to pick up Joshua Sia at the start of this game. Gave me the impression that he's an off spinner, but really he's a leg spinner.
He's getting some real turn. Full toss. It's into space, so Katlo Pete is going to get off the mark.
Looks like Katlo Pete saw that one late, that it's going to be a full toss. A few changes to Tatana toss it. So now there's a left hand and right hand combination between Katlo Pete and Toss It in terms of batting. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a very, very good delivery from Joshua Asia. But he'll be cautioned. He'll be cautioned by the umpire who ran across the danger area. Aino Chubby takes note of that and has a chat with the young man. It's turning out to be a very good over for Nigeria to just tighten the screws on Botswana. Just one run off the bat and the wicket in it. Can he close it off very well? It'll be even more beautiful if he can pick up a second wicket here.
Short ball. Just going to be one run as Sylvester Rokpek runs in off the boundary. So that's a good over, a wicket and 2 runs in it. Asia's got the amazing figures. 2 overs, 2 wickets for just 6 runs as Botswana are 87 for 5.
Karim, last over. Oh, that's a googly. A very good delivery. First up. He hides it beautifully. Have a look at this. Yeah, he didn't pick that one, Tatayana Tose. And it bounced very sharply, Karim Ridwan. Hiding that one beautifully. Goes Fuller this time and is played down the track just for one. Has a magnificent googly, the young man. But just a struggle really to have a rhythm. Warning to Karim Ridwan. Running onto the danger end. Spinners have struggled to stay off the danger area. Joshua Asia and Karim Ridwan. Even Prosper Senior was also cautioned, the seamer. Thick outside edge. Some work for Dunladi in the deep. Fumbles it, and they come back for two comfortably.
Botswana get to 90, but still need 77 from 15. Works out to more than 15 runs and over.
Five overs to go forward from here. 76 needed from 30. It's possible, but you need about 3 boundaries per over to go forward here. Something that will be required of Tatayana Tose and Katlo Pete. Jacarandas. Nice purplish color. Some will call it lavender. Ask Darlington, what color is that?
It's purple, boss.
Joshua is here to continue as we get to a point where it's now 15 required per over for Botswana. Beautifully bowled. And I also think that's another warning to Joshua Sear. Onto the danger end. Trying to argue his point that he was trying to save the run. Pulled away by Katlo Pete. Matt Dunladi just keeps it down to 1.
Another close look here from the umpire, Aino Chabi. Rules are clear about where a bowler's run-up can go. So, we'll see. There's no real grounds to be arguing with Aino Chabi here. It is the wicket's fine, but that's gone straight up, and he picks up his third. Joshua Sear has the almost unbelievable numbers now of 3 wickets for 7 runs.
Going for a big heave. Catches the outside edge. Courtesy of a good length by Asia, who's got a third. 92 for 6. Tose gone for 3 of 10. The lifting getting heavier for Botswana now, especially with the tail betting. 92 for 6. Dhruv Kumar Mysuriya will walk to the middle of the park, needing 75 of 27. With each wicket The required run rate just skyrockets now, just over 16 and a half. Another good ball. That's a good delivery. Nearly finding the outside edge of Dhruv Kumar. My serious bet there. Joshua Sia.
It's been a good spell of 2 overs and 4 deliveries. And another appeal on another court behind. He picks up his 4th. And Botswana have fallen apart to the bowling of Joshua Asia, who is 4 from 7 for 7.
Slower delivery through the air. Thinnest of bottom edges into the gloves of Solomon Chilemanya. Dhruv Kumar Mysuriya has to go without troubling the scorers. Gone for naught, just of 2 deliveries. In trouble. That's where Botswana are. 92 for 7. Jack Richards is a new batter. And 2 wickets have fallen in this particular over. And all at the cost of just 1 run. Joshua Asia has a chance here to pick up a 5. Has picked up 4 for 7. Has a delivery to go in his 3rd over. Oh, almost. Very close. A very good over. That comes to an end. 16 overs done. Botswana 92 for 7.
Yeah, and the first side to qualify for the 2026 Men's ICC Men's T20 World Cup is Namibia. Winning against Tanzania by 63 runs.
Yeah, comfortable win for Namibia. Was a bit shaky at the start, but they have gotten over the line. I say shaky when they were batting because they were in trouble earlier on, but they managed to get things going with their captain. Gerard Erasmus got to 55 for 41, as well as JJ Smith 61 of 43. That partnership, backbone of the innings for Namibia to get them off the line. Their bowling magnificent. Peter Aho into his 3rd over. He's gone for 14 in the first 2 that he bowled. Plays it straight. Just a bounce. Number 1, trying to amp up things is Cutler Pete because required run rate is climbing with each and every delivery faced. Singles won't count here. Singles won't be enough. It's now around about 20 needed in each particular over. 20 plus going forward. It's a difficult feat to achieve for any side in the world. It has to take something special.
Yeah, 93 for 7. Wonderful bowling by Joshua Asia. 4 wickets for just 7 runs. All the big wickets. Karabo Moslanko, the captain. And then when Terindu Pereira was looking very, very dangerous, I suppose those were his early wickets. And then he's just continued to take wickets.
So Shazia should have the best figures so far in the tournament at 4 for 7. Is an opportunity to pick up the first fifer in the tournament. Only have one hat-trick courtesy of Nicole Lofty-Eaton. So I'm just sure that he's itching. He's itching for that last over that he has left. That's Joshua Sear. Peter Au is searching for his first in the game. Be wide. Jack Richards, tall, medium pacer for Botswana. Didn't see him being used in this match today with the ball. Can he make an effort with the bat here? Off the mark. Tucks it around the corner just to find leg for a single.
Nicole Lofty-Eaton has taken the most wickets at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier. Has 10 from 4 matches. In second place, Brad Evans has 8 from 3. He's probably going to be playing this afternoon. And then Tanzania's Khalid Amiri Jamiri also has 8. And Ali Kimote of Tanzania has 8. JJ Smith of Namibia, Ben Shikongo of Namibia, and Richard Ngarava of Zimbabwe. Alfred Josimag of Botswana all have 6. Richard Ngarava will be playing this afternoon. Has a game in hand, as does Brad Evans. 17 overs gone, and it's 96 for 7.
Down to the last 3 overs. 18 deliveries remaining. 71 needed. It's not just a courtesy of you having an input with the bat. Botswana's perspective. But Joshua Sia looking for a 5th. Almost gets one. However, still running onto the danger end. It's tough when you're a wrist spinner coming around the wicket, bowling to a left-hander. Again, I think he's just pushing that area just fine, just stopping it at the right at the beginning of where that danger area is.
Another match is going to be played on this wicket. And Takashinga later today. Malawi face up to Uganda in the afternoon match. Jack Richards looking to deny Asia his fifth.
No one near the bat there. It was aerial for a moment. Two more deliveries for Asia to look for wicket number 5. Just work down the ground. Just be one. One more delivery to go in. Is a loaded 4 overs. Almost there. Bowling to Cutler Pete. 8 of 12. So you're going to just toss it up just to invite him to go for a big slog. Nope, decides to go offside. And that pair trying to pick up 2. Disappointment from Joshua Sia as he ends his 4. He'll finish with figures of 4 for 11 in his allotted 4. The couple run will bring Botswana's 100. They are 100 for 7 after 18 overs. Just a dozen deliveries remaining in the Botswana innings.
Well, 33 and over. 33 and a half. Exactly. Unlikely to happen. 5 6s in a boundary. Well, that's going to be buys.
Peter Owl also to close off his allotted form, bowling the penultimate over.
66 needed from 11.
Trying to work it just a touch behind the stumps in that fine leg area. Doesn't get the desired connection. Fine leg is a little bit squarer. Again off the pad. He'll take off. As the curtain's coming down on these two particular teams, what stood out for you that they can work with, or what pointers do they work on going forward, especially looking at towards Nigeria? We're sort of like in a very good position to be in the semi-finals, but however, Kenya stole that position right out of their grasp.
The easiest aspect, I think, of cricket to get right is fielding. And I think Nigeria's fielding let them down in that match against Kenya in particular. That's a team-wide thing. There aren't individuals who are much, much worse than everybody else, but it was several players within the Nigerian lineup put down catches at key moments. I think that would be the first thing that I would be thinking, oh, let's try and get this one right. Because and then I thought that their seamers for me were potentially game changes. But in that match, then again, also against Kenya, just didn't get the right lengths consistently. Examples here: 30 centimeters outside leg stump. There's very little to justify missing your lines by that much. But apart from that, they look good when things are in their favor. They were a very, very strong looking side. What do you think could be done with the Nigerian side?
Just works that one. Just touch a little bit fine. That runs away for 4 with Katapit finding the boundary. For me, I think, apart from what you just mentioned, it's also just reading the situation, just game awareness. Where are you in the game? What's required of you? Just take a look at that replay. Just helping it on its way. I did mention that fine leg was very square. Man, it just runs to his left. Not able to keep it in. Just game situation awareness. Where are we? What do we need to do? You know, if they had just dragged that game with Kenya just a little bit more, they would have won by net run rate. They would have been in a better position. But in efforts to speed up things, and as well, like you're saying, the disciplines of the game, they got them into a sticky situation. 19 overs done, it'll be 108 for 7. So for me, those things, they really matter. Just grow in your aptitude and knowledge of the game. It's not always just about you coming to bowl or bat, but read the game, where you are, where you're at. What do we need to do to get over the line? How do we slow teams down? Last 6 deliveries, as you have a look in the picture there, right at the back of Jack Richards. Uganda already here. The next game, Sylvester Okpek will be closing off things here. Pulling the last over. They're pushing for 2. They come back. The throw is off. Also, there'll be plenty of notes to take back home for our neighbors here, Botswana. But they have some glimpses of talent. Dhruv Kumar Maisuria was one that I know that you really enjoyed watching. Him having a fit with the ball. Punched in. They take off quickly. Anyone else from Botswana that caught your eye?
Castleman at moments where he looked like he could really bat. Just sometimes for me, just gets a little like too excited. Don't have to smash everything that he's 10 and over doesn't mean you have to smash everything. Just need to find a boundary and get off strike. Find a boundary, get off strike, and then it's often more about facing out the allotment of overs, and you'll get across the line more than it is about the boundaries and the runs you need when you first get to the crease. But apart from that, it looks a good player.
Venu Balakrishnan,
another good player at the top of the order. Can be very exciting as shots all around the ground.
slow delivery, finds the outside edge. Looking to steal one.
You know, a couple of off spinners who got debuts for Botswana. Kehani, I think, was one. Was impressive. There's definitely resources to work with there.
Yeah, and Abed Nicoletsi was the other one as well, the youngster. was given an opportunity in this tournament. There'll be plenty of good experiences that they have playing at this level, playing against sides that will challenge their skills, and then they grow in their confidence and desire just to scale up, and then hopefully they can be back in another Africa qualifier final. And they have also the likes of Khoisamang, who's a magnificent bowler, among the top wicket takers in the tournament. Very economical bowlers like Kato Pete as well. So there's plenty of talent to work with in Botswana, exciting talent. Just shows you how the game is growing around Africa. And if they can feed off their neighbors like Botswana, feed off Namibia and Zimbabwe in terms of playing better size tour in those nations as well as in South Africa, it could sharpen their skills. Last delivery. Swing and a miss. Yes. It's wide. So there's still one more to go. To 116 for 7. This will be the last delivery, hopefully. Up in the air, playing it straight, and goes all the way. Kato Pete finishes off his innings with the maximum 20 overs done. It'll be 122 for 7. This is how things ended. First up was Modise. Didn't make an impact with the bats. And Venu Balakrishnan got things going. A decent strike of the ball, like we did mention. There's a good eye. Karabo Matlanka as well played a very long innings. Started off brilliantly, very attacking. And Venu pierced the shorter boundary with ease, despite having a good balls bowled at him. And then this pull shot, magnificent from Karabo Matlanka, set up nicely. Was able to crack it away. And Venu also tried to target the shorter side, but a good catch from Dunladi saw his demise. And Castleman, magnificent switch up to get his innings underway. And held it another magnificent 6 into the eucalyptus trees. And then chasing a wide one, he found an inside edge and there to go. Tarindo Pereira had a blistering cameo. Got off with a maximum. Was fortunate on a number of occasions. And pulled a few quite easily to the shorter side. But this time, danced past one from Joshua Asia. And then Matlanka fell to one that turned sharply onto his off stump. Top edge, Tatiana Tose had to depart. Again, another bottom edge. Was the end of another Botswana batter. Kato Pete, towards the latter stages, found the boundary on a couple of occasions. And then finished off the innings with this. Walking down the track and hitting it for a maximum. But however, Botswana fall short. Nigeria win this one by 44 runs. Venu Balakrishna's 20, Matlanka's 22. 15 from Castleman. Kato Pete's 22 of 20. Those are the efforts to push Botswana to 122 for 7 in the allotted 20. They fall short by 44 runs. Nigeria's bowlers, quite a number used. Sylvester Okpe picked up 2 wickets for 19 in his allotted 4. Reda won 1 for 24 in the allotted 4. But Joshua Sia, the pick of the bowlers, finished with best bowler figures of 4 wickets for 11 runs in the 4 overs. Standings, that's in Group A. Namibia have topped the group comfortably. They won that one. Nigeria and also Malawi at the bottom of that one. Kenya, they'll face Zimbabwe later on today. But meanwhile, it was Botswana who finished bottom of Group B. Uganda will play Malawi as well. later this afternoon. These are the standings that we have. So Namibia, the first team to book a slot in the final. Match summary. Nigeria won the toss, elected to bat first. Blistering 42 from 18 from Adeoye. Adedeji, slowish but almost at a run at ball, 41 of 43. Then Alfred Khoisamang picked up 3 for 26 for Botswana. Tarindo Pereira, a couple for 27 as a loaded 4, as well as Dhruv Kumar Masuria, 2 for 31 in 4. Botswana bowlers Katlo Pete not out on 22 from 20. Mutlanka's 22 from 32. Balakrishna's 20 from 2018. Joshua Sia, pick up the bowlers for Nigeria, 4 wickets. He picked up in 4 overs for 11 runs. Sylvester Okpe, economic as always, picks up 2 for 19. Nigeria winning by 44 runs. Do stand by for the post-match presentation with Darlington Matambanazo.
We are now ready. I cannot hear you. We are ready.
Right, welcome to our post-match presentation for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier match between Nigeria and Botswana. Nigeria won the toss and elected to bat first, but I'd like to begin by introducing our presentation guest, who is the third umpire this morning, and that is Klaus Schumacher. I'm going to start by presenting the award for the player of the match, with figures of 4 from 11 from his 4 overs, Joshua Asia of Nigeria. Joshua, if you just stay for a few words. This is your first outing for Nigeria in this year's competition. How did you approach your bowling this morning?
Yeah, I've been on the bench like sitting. So coach just told me this morning that you are playing today. I just felt like that's a great opportunity for me to use and play. That's what I just did.
We saw that you broke that big partnership that was threatening when Tarindu Pereira was smashing the ball all over the place. What was your thinking when you came into ball at that time?
As me individually, I don't like anything to do with my confidence. I just carry the ball and bowl. It's just 6 balls, just bowl, and that's it.
Okay, so one more game left for you in this competition. Any expectations going forward?
Yeah, we just look to just finish well. Just look to finish the tournament well. That's all.
Well, thank you, and congratulations on your performance today. I'd also like to just call the losing captain for today. Karabo, another difficult day for you guys today.
Yes, another difficult day. I think we started off very well though. I think we just lost a bit of control in the second 10 overs and probably let them get maybe 15-20 runs too many. And then when it came to our batting, we started a bit shaky, but we did catch some control towards the middle overs. But then again, it just all fell away.
You got some runs as well today. What do you think you could have done differently today?
I think probably the partnership that I had with Pereira was the chance we had, I think, in the game. If we had maybe kept that going for maybe 3-4 more overs and then given ourselves a platform to go in the end, it might have been a different story, but ifs, buts and maybes.
And some positives from today?
Yeah, of course. The way the boys, I think, approached the game from the morning, I think you could tell the energy and the way we started the game. I think if we can keep that up for a full 40 overs, we might get somewhere, but the problem is we're doing it in spurts and not in the full game.
Okay, well, one more game for you. What are your plans for then?
Yeah, of course, we want to get a win on the board. It does get a bit tiring, 6 games on the bounce now. We haven't quite got there, but now we're looking to bounce back and hopefully take something home.
All right, well, and good, all the best for your final match. And I'm just going to call for the Nigerian captain, Sylvester Okpe. Sylvester, good win for you today?
Yeah.
What do you think you got right? Where were the departments that you were especially happy with?
I think the way we started a bit slow when we were batting, but I think the way we were able to push the runs to 160, 168 was good. And then when we came to bowl, just the spinners I felt did really well, trying to contain the runs.
Very important contributions from Aduwoye and I think from Isaac Okpe as well.
Yeah, like our team. What we speak about is once is your day, try and grab it. So I think today it was Vincent's day and he tried to grab it and play for the team.
Okay. Well, one more match for you. All the best for you in your final encounter and hope you get another win.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, that is it from our post-match presentation and there'll be another match this afternoon and we'll see you then from Takashinga Sports Club.